Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. So today we're going to continue the chapter number 9, and now we'll talk about the chapter and the part that is about the biosphere. So first of all, they are talking about what is a biosphere reserve. So we're talking about word biosphere reserve. So what is a biosphere reserve? Biosphere reserves are learning places for sustainable development. Now, they are just like, for example, in a country, you have a place, in that place, you have lot of forest, lot of plants, you have the trees, and you have the rivers, or you have the, you can say lakes, a lot of things. It means that it is a habitat for lot of organisms. So that is a biosphere. So what they are doing in the biosphere, so they are doing the research in the biosphere. They are preserving the lot of species of the organisms which are in danger, mean they are less in number in the world, so they are keeping there. So it is a controlled by the government. The government own this one, and there are laws and policies and regulations which applies here. Without government permission, you cannot do anything here. So yes, in each site promotes solutions reconciling the conservation of biodiversity with the sustainable use. Biosphere reserves are nominated by national government and remain under the sphere jurisdiction of the state they are located. For example, if this biosphere is located in Canada, so it is a property of the Canada, and Canada will take care of this one. Or if it is in US, so US will take care of that one. Now, here there are some points. What is the purpose of a biosphere? What is the importance of a biosphere? We will see them now. Number one, conservation. The biosphere reserves conserve genetic resources, species, ecosystem, and landscapes without uprooting in habitat, rather than traditional lifestyle and traditional resources of the local people are maintained. So here they are taking care of the species, ecosystem, and the landscape, and also they are taking care of the people. They are living there in their traditional way. After that development, sustainable economic, cultural, social, and ecological development are ensured. So they are making sure that they can also have economic impact. They can also promote the culture and social and ecology mean environment, all this one, it will be there. Restoration means biosphere helps to rebuild any damage caused by ecosystem and habitat. So is there any damage because the people cut a lot of trees from the that jungle, and after that the government said that okay, this is a biosphere reserve, now nobody can come here. So whatever the damage, they cut a lot of trees here, so they will grow them again, and then they will maintain that damage, so they will grow the plants more. Then the fourth one, education and research. Biosphere provide a lot of scientific information for specific scientific studies and researches. Exchange of information on restoration, conservation, and development of biosphere can be made at national and international level. So sometime from the same country, people come here, researchers come here, students come here, they make the research here, and sometime outside the country mean international students or international researchers, they come and do some research here. So this is a importance of a biosphere. In the exam, if the question comes importance of biosphere, point number 1, 2, 3, 4, very important. Is there any confusion in this?
No.
Then this is another same question, but in a, you can say, different way they are talking about on this one. Now, role of a biosphere. Same like a importance. The plan to promote management, research, and education in ecosystem conservation. It will help you to promote the management, research, and education about the ecosystem conservation. So people should realize what is the importance of ecosystem in our life and how they can conserve it. The ecosystem that need protection are located in core area where the human activities are restricted to monitoring and possibly some researches. So they have areas. Now, biosphere, for example, there is a big place. They can divide it into three places. Okay, so for example, this is a complete biosphere. Number one, core zone. You can see here. Then you have buffer zone, and then you have transition zone. So now they are talking about the core zone. Core zone is very restricted area. Nobody can go there. Only the researchers or they can go there. So that is known as core area. So this is really important for the examination point of view. They can ask that what do you mean by core area and who can go there or how you can manage them. So you can say the ecosystem need protection are located in the core area where human activities are restricted to monitoring and possibly some research. Only some researchers can go there. And why the core zone is so important? Because here they're keeping the special type of plants and animals where they are really in danger. They need, you can say, uh, some place where nobody can disturb them. So they're keeping there. After that, other area is buffer zone. What is a buffer zone? Buffer zone an area where some research is carried out together with education and tourism. So what does it mean? In buffer zone, you can also do research and also tourism. It means the tourists are allowed in that area. So they can go there. Last one, the transition zone is where local communities and conservation organizations work together to manage the area for the benefit of the people who live there. So in transition zone, here the lot of communities and lot of NGOs, organizations are working there and they are making some, you can say, programs to help the people who are living there. The transition zone, you can say that it is not that much restricted. Lot of people can come and they can live there and they can spend time and do some beneficial works. Is there any problem in this biosphere different, you can say, areas, core zone, buffer zone, and transition zone? Please tell me.
No.
Okay. Once again, they're talking about the core area. Core area, you can say here, you can see, and R mean research. Only research is carried out in the core. Then you have buffer zone. This is this color. Here you can do education, research, and tourism. Then you have transition zone, all this outside. It means what you can do here, transition zone, you can do tourism, you can do research, all this one. And also human settlements. Some human settlements also found in buffer zone and also in this one. So this is the main difference between them. Now we will talk about we'll compare them. Okay. For example, now the core area ecosystem that need protection, that is in a core area. Buffer zone, more research along with tourism and education. Transition zone, local communities and conservation organization work. Monitoring and some researches may contain field station with laboratories and recreational facilities in transition zone together to manage the area for the benefit of the people who live there. So this is the comparison between them. Now, what are the advantages? Now we will talk about the advantages of a biosphere if it's somewhere. So it is recognized internationally via UNESCO. UNESCO, you know that there is an organization by UN. So it is, you can say, recognize this one. So they will globally they will announce that this country has the biosphere, attracts funding, so and support for of experts in the conservation of community, improving the success of reserve. So here, if it is recognized by UNESCO, then the lot of countries they are giving the funds, giving the money to maintain, to look after that biosphere. So this is the advantages. And also not only this one, then you have the seed bank. store seed banks to preserve genetic diversity when it is not possible to protect the area where the endangered plants lives. So sometimes they also it is works as a seed bank. Seed bank is a place where you store the seeds. For example, you can see this diagram here. They are storing the seeds because sometimes it is not possible that they can, you can say, protect that plant because it is in some kind of a area or it is some kind of environment. So they can take the seed of that one and then they grow the seed. What is a seed bank? Store the seed to preserve genetic diversity when it's not possible to protect the area where the plant lives. Endangered plant means which is about to disappear from the earth. Wild plants carry genes that could be used in crops, plants to confer resistance to the pest. Sometime, for example, you have a rice. Now you know that rice is a plant, okay, and sometimes it is attacked by different, you can say, insects and also diseases. In the same field, you will find a wild plant. This is a wild plant. This wild plant, it is with the rice, but these insects and these disease, they cannot affect that much. So what they are doing, they are taking the genes of this wild plant and they are inserting the seed in the genes of the rice. What is the purpose of this one? They want to make a rice crop which also have a good resistance against insects and against the diseases like the wild plant. So the seed bank can also help in that one. Seed occupy lesser space than plants. So it means that the seed they occupy less space as compared to the whole plant. Collecting small sample of seed is unlikely to damage the wild population as most plants produce large number of seed. For example, if there is a plant, in this plant you have lot of seeds, so you can take only from this part the seeds and other whole plant will remain safe. Seeds are dormant and need minimal care. So it means that these seeds they are, it doesn't need so much care because if you have a plant you have to take the care of sunlight, you have to take care of the water, you can to have take care of the weather condition. But if you have a seed you can close in a container and you can keep it or store it for a long time. So this is a seed bank. Okay, and sometimes these biosphere they also play a role of zoos and captive breeding. Captive breeding. What is a captive breeding? Captive breeding, also known as captive propagation, is the process of maintaining plants or animals in controlled environment such as wildlife reserve, zoo, botanic gardens, and other conservation facilities. Captive breeding means that you will keep a type of a plant or you will keep the animals like you are keeping them in a biosphere reserve, you are keeping them in a zoo, in a botanic gardens, and other facilities. Provide education about the illegal trade in animals and products and needs to maintain biodiversity. So if you are doing this role of zoos and this one, so why they help you? So they stop the illegal, you can say, trade of animals because it is protected by the government. So nobody can come and take the things without government permission. Involved in scientific research on the control of the disease, animal behavior, and techniques to improve the breeding success. So here they are under the observation of scientific, you can say, researchers, and they control the disease. They can control the animal behavior, and also they control the factors through they can improve the breeding success. It means the more and more the children of the animals or the small plants can be obtained in that one. After that, you have captive breeding programs, increase species number. thus reducing the risk of extinction. Extinction means some animals or some plant disappear from the earth, like we were talking about the dinosaurs, they are disappear from the. So by this way, you can protect the plants and animals and you can save them from extinction threat. Aim to release the captive bred animals into the wild when habitat have been restored. For example, now there is a forest. In the forest, the lot of animals or lot of, you can say, organism, they live in trees, but the people cut the trees. So they are taking them from that area and they're keeping them biosphere, they're keeping them in the zoo, or they're keeping them in botanical garden. In the meanwhile, they will grow the plants again. When the plants are ready and habitat is restored, again they bring the animals back from the zoo or the biosphere and just release them there. Such program try maintaining genetic biodiversity of species. Interbreeding leads to reduction in diversity and therefore reducing adaptability when species is placed back in the wild. So now what they are doing, for example, if a animal is living in a zoo, if it will live in a zoo for a long time and it will give the birth to the new babies. So new babies, they are living in a zoo, and zoo is a controlled environment. So in their genes, they will adopt this environment. But when they are released to a jungle or a forest or a garden, so then their habitats is changed. So then they will accept this one. It is a biodiversity for them. And slowly, slowly, they will adopt all these, you can say, atmosphere and the habitat there. Is it clear? After that, ways to
Yes.
reduce inbreeding. Organisms are not allowed to breed repeatedly with the same partner. A variety of partners for an organism can be achieved through in vitro fertilization and interzoo swapping of individuals. Now, even the in biological sciences, the research says that you should not do the cousin marriages. So they're saying there are a lot of things happening during the cousin marriages. Maybe your children, they are not healthy. So, in the same way, they're saying that when animals are having the same partner all the time, so maybe their offspring or their children will not be that much strong genetically or the environmentally. So you should swap them if they are in a zoo. So you should swap their cages, or if they are in a biosphere, so move one from one biosphere and keep them in other biosphere, and from here one here. So like this, you can control the inbreeding. Use database or the stud book to record breeding history of the individual in captivity. And when they are doing this research, so every animal, they have a complete database record. In that they are seeing that from where they brought this animal, what is its partner, and then what are the children look like this, all the research they are doing. Then once again, it also provide a sustainable tourism and ecotourism. So management of tourism in a sustainable way to prevent damage to habitat, provide what the people want. Key to successful sustainable ecotourism in realizing that the growth of tourist industry depend on maintaining the environment. Measures are taken to safeguard wildlife and the resources are used sustainably. So the main purpose, the another purpose of the biodiversity is, or biosphere is, to sustainable tourism and ecotourism, and also preserve the habitat for different animals who are living there. Now the question starts from here, that if you can see the question here, so we finish the paper, the chapter, and now see some past papers. Now here the diagram shows the structure of a biosphere reserve. Areas P, Q, R, and S. They are P, Q, R, and S. So now they have given the some, you can say, keys. We will see them. So here, if the key is this one, it means it is a lab. Where is the lab? This is a lab. This is where it is known as core zone. This is known as buffer zone. And this one is known as transition zone. Here, tourist activity. Here you have tourist activity. Then you have education and training facility. Here you can see. And this white, here are roads, the black one. So this is the structure of a biosphere. And the small, these dots are village. And then these dotted lines are showing the path. What is the question they're saying now? Match the letters P, Q, R, and S on the diagram with the description in the boxes. Now, in the exam, they will not give you these letters, only these boxes are there where you can say write, you have to write the letter. Local people live in a village in the reserve. Local people work with conservation agencies to manage the resources sustainability. So that is Q. And if you see the diagram above, so what is a Q? Where is a Q? Q is a zone. Which zone? Transition zone. After that, if you come down, they're saying that the ecosystem, for example, this one ecosystem that is managed, education, training, and tourist facilities are present. So they said R. So we see what is R. R means the buffer zone. Then they said that the ecosystem is protected, only scientists allowed to enter. So that is the core area, which is the center here, S. Then the this P, this land is surrounded the biosphere reserve. This land is around the biosphere, and then that is P. You can see here around this one. Did you get the question?
Yes.
Okay. So after that, they said determine the length of the path from the laboratory to the nearest education and training facility. So where is the lab? And education facility is this one. Here, they're talking about this one, this area. Okay. So here they have given the key. They said this distance equal to 10 kilometer. You will take the ruler and check. Let's say this is, I'm giving the example, this is 5 centimeter. It means that 1 centimeter equal to 2 kilometer. So 5 centimeter equal to 10 kilometer. Then find the length of this one. If let's say this is 2 centimeter, so 2 centimeter equal to how many kilometers? 4 kilometers. So this is the length you will find, and according to this scale, you will give the answer. Did you get this one?
No, I didn't get it.
I'm saying that in the here in the map, they have given this distance. They said that distance from here to here, this is 10 kilometer. This is the key they have given. Like you are drawing the, you can say, forces in physics. So, for example, we can say that 100 Newton equal to 1 centimeter. Then you see if it is 1000 Newton force, it's equal to how much? 10 centimeters. So you are making the scale. In the same way, they have given a scale here. They said that this distance is equal to 10 kilometer from here till here. Got it? Now you will take a ruler and find this distance. Let's say this distance is 5 centimeter. It means that this distance 5 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometer. This is the key they have given. So it means that Every 1 centimeter equal to 2 kilometer. So 5 centimeter equal to 2 times 5 equal to 10 kilometers. In the same way, you will take a ruler and find the distance here. Let's say this distance is 2 centimeter. Now see the scale. 1 centimeter equal to 2 kilometer. So 2 centimeter equal to 2 multiplied to 4.
4.
Got it?
Yeah.
So this is how you can find the distance, not only in this map, any map, you can find the distance. And they have given here the answer, because I did this just like supposing value. So it's like this. Suggest the ways the local people would benefit from a biosphere reserve. So what are the ways the local people who are living nearby, how they can benefit? It provides a job as a tourist guides in tourist facilities, and or they can provide the accommodation to the tourist, jobs like maintaining, managing the biosphere, making tourism souvenirs, means they're making like some things of wood or stone like this. They can sell them. Ecosystem is conserved and protective. Resources are used in sustainably. Income qualified. Local people earn money from tourism, working in tourist facilities. Education qualifies. Local people are trained, educate on how to use the biosphere, gain from scientific research. Okay, involvement in decision making, improve infrastructure, they better roads, hospitals, electricity, everything is supplied there. Did you get this one?
Yes.
Then next, that biosphere reserves are one strategy for conserving ecosystems. Describe the other strategies for conserving ecosystem. Okay, biosphere is one of the way by which you can conserve the ecosystem. What are the other ways you can conserve the ecosystem? So that is sustainable harvesting of wild plants, animal species, agroforestry. Remember we discussed that one. National parks or forest. Okay, then after that, education about the importance of conservation of ecosystem. Then ecotourism, tourist codes of conduct or rules and regulation. You should ban the people, or you should make the punishment for the people who are not protecting the biosphere, the eco, you can say ecosystem. International recognition, you can make a recognition and take the help from the other people, other countries. Okay, then zoo breeding program, you can make the zoo, you can make the other breeding centers there. You can also make the seed bank, you can store the eggs banks, freezing, all these things you can do. So these are the other ways rather than the biosphere you can protect our organisms, animals, and the forest. Then the map shows the Banff National Park in the Rocky Mountains of Canada. This park contains 6,641 square kilometer of protected uh, area, wilderness area, sorry. The mountains and glaciers are dense conifers forest. The park has approximately 4 million visitors every year. 4 million people come there. So see this one, these dotted lines. So these lines are showing the national park. The small dots like these are the towns like Hinston, Jasper, okay. Then you have Calgary, then the Lake Louise, then you have the Banff. So these are the areas they are living there. Okay. After that, these major roads you can see from here, glaciers you can see from here. So here you can see this is a national park in the Canada. Question suggests possible benefits and negative impacts of tourism on national parks. So first of all, benefits we'll talk about. What are the benefits they are getting from national park? Okay. Number one, the jobs for the local people, income for local economy, people, other the tourists come and spend money there, preserve the rural services, so the government make the roads, and infrastructure to go there, increase the demand for local products or craft, encourage conservation of habitat, awareness, improve the infrastructure, mean the roads, hospitals, everything is there. Negative impact. Now they're saying litter erosion, the people throw the things there, then sometime due to their, you can say, mistake, the fire can happen. More people, increase noise level, disruption to wildlife. Okay, it scares the animals, traffic congestion, air pollution happens, local goods become expensive. Before, the things are not expensive, but lot of people coming that area buying the thing, even those things become expensive. Shop stock products for tourists, the price increase. Jobs are seasonal. Okay, increase the wages, like water pollution, all these things. So these are some benefits, and some, you can say, disadvantages are there. Then you have state the strategies for reducing the impact of tourism on national park. So how you can make it more safe, and how you can, for example, if the tourist will come, they can damage the biosphere. So how you can protect them? Number one, ideas of educating the tourist. You should, before you can put the people there, the guides, they can help the people and educate the people that you should not throw the things here, you should not hit any animals, anything they can. Encourage the visitor to leave cars outside the park. Encourage the visitor to buy local products. Create walkways, maintain the path. They should walk on the path, they should not go to other sides. Restrict areas to park. Charge visitors fee to enter in the park, and that fee they are taking, you can spend back on the that park. Ensure facilities attraction are spread out. Reduce concentration of visitors in that area. So you can say that if you will come on weekends, so you can say the ticket is $100, and if you come on the weekdays, it is $20. So by this way, you can control the people. So even due to the ticket price, the less people will come on other days. So this is the way how you can manage that one. In October 2014, a small earthquake occurred near the Banff National Park. Suggests why the people live in earthquake zone even though there is a risk to there. So this question is they taken from the natural hazards chapter, and here they just relate this one, why the people still living near the earthquake zone. So why they're living there although it is safety risk. Families has always lived in that area.